Yo, DK was feeling himself. Hold on. Y'all know what it is, it's Jarrell. Yes, we got the dance practice, 17th Thunder. Y'all know I'm excited. I've been waiting for this. You guys know the deal. I'm gonna go react to it first, and then I'm gonna go and break it down for you guys. Before we get started, if you guys want to watch more Going 17 episodes with me, they're gonna be up on my Patreon. There's also other 17 related videos on there. You're more than welcome to join it, but you don't have to, but they'll be there for you. Anyway, let's watch this dance practice, baby. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited, baby. Oh, the intro already. The energy. The way that everyone looks good, too. I like this formation right here. And I like how there is like this nonchalant vibe that they're trying to go for. Clean. Let's go, Dino. Damn. 17 in their party era. Ooh, yo, chill, Vernon. There's my king. He's so cool. Yo, DK was feeling himself. Hold on. And you can tell they ain't even trying too hard to impress you. And that's what I like about this too. The slide! Let's go! Come on, y'all. Damn. Nah, they feeling themselves. The way that they're just not trying too hard, that's what I love about it. Ooh. Nah, 17 is just too cool, bro. They killed that shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. You could tell the persona that they're trying to go for on like the first watch. I mean, you guys have seen if you guys haven't seen it, I've already reacted to the burst stage for Thunder, but there was obviously a lot of camera angle switches, camera switching, so I couldn't really see the formations and how they were going about everything else, but you could tell the type of persona that they're trying to go for. And what's unique about this dance practice is they're not necessarily trying to be super clean, picture, and giving like that synchronized look that they usually go for. They still have that element, but what they're trying to go for is really like, oh, we trying to party, we're trying to let loose, we're trying to have fun. And they're trying to give off this like nonchalant vibe, especially when they start off with the 8 here. Let's go break this shit down. So what I really like about the intro here is how they start us off. Everyone's grouped up. They're like all homies trying to party, and it's almost like going into the club, and then the 8's like there trying to take you to where the party is. So this is what I like. So this is how they set the tone up for this entire song and dance practice and or performance, right? Everyone groups up here, huddles, energy off rip, the thrashing, right? And so before we actually start with this choreo right here, what I like what they're doing here is the thrashing movement, and then following the thrashing movement is where they're actually almost like where they're almost falling over, where they're just letting loose. And I'm just gonna replay it so you guys can see what I mean by that. Like, come on, y'all. Thrash. Thrash. So in a way, in the way that they want us to see that or feel, it's like, oh, they're trying to really go out in energy, but just not really try to be clean, but rather just like just be loose and just let loose and have fun. And then obviously they're gonna attack us with choreo after this part here. And I like this reveal with Joshua here. So we're gonna get fast movement with Hoshi being center, right? After this fast movement with Hoshi being center, we're gonna get this seamless reveal for Joshua so that he could go ahead and get to center without really expecting it, if that makes sense. He's so cool, bro. And what I like about this specifically is the fact that they're all not trying hard at all. It's mainly like when he gets to center, right, he's doing this like punching movement, but he's not really like trying to, or this is along with all the members. They're not trying to impress you because they already know that they can impress you. They're really trying to do this in more of an effortless manner, and which is what I really like about this entire choreo on Thunder. I'm gonna point this out too when we get to Mingyu's part. This catch-up effect, we got the line formations, right? And all this. More nonchalant vibe, right? So what I really like about Mingyu's section in particular is actually the seamless formation change to get there. So we're here, right? We got Joshua center. We got these two lines here. The 8 being back center here, or just center, or center stage. Right? As they're doing this, they're actually slowly going to get into this diagonal formation. And I'll point it out. So in this frame right here specifically, they're in that diagonal formation. And eventually, we're going to get to Mingyu's part where he's actually center, and we're going to get those two lines, right? What I like about this a lot is, in particular, you're getting this like really almost cocky vibe for Mingyu, where it's really nonchalant. You know he's feeling himself. He's got the hat on, the sunglasses, and he's very loose with his movements. He's also not really putting a lot of energy into the choreo, but rather just like he's really relaxed with it. And we get June in the back to catch up in the choreo. I'm pretty sure that's June. I'm pretty sure that's him all the way in the back there, because yeah, he's wearing a hat. I never really see him wear a hat, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, so we get this catch-up effect while everyone's gonna go ahead and do accent choreo without taking away from the highlighted members that are essentially gonna be doing the choreo. So they're using the cadence of Mingyu's flow here in his verse to use the footwork to spread out into this formation right here without trying too hard. I've already mentioned this a couple times, and I like the spacing right here with this formation. And specifically watch Mingyu for his part. Obviously, he's really feeling it. Like, this is what I love about this part, is that, again, effortless. And now we're gonna get to Seungkwan's part, right? Damn, he really kicked. June really kicked that shit. Like, holy shit. So here for Seungkwan's part, we're going from like this nonchalant vibe to more of now just getting these pictures with the choreo, making sure this part is actually clean, everyone's on time, and then the angles and lines of the arms are pretty much the same. Love it. Come on, y'all. So before we actually even get to the chorus, what I really like about Dino's section 2, so here we're gonna, obviously, we're focused on Dino. And what I want to point out is actually the members, all the members doing the movement that they're doing here, which is this shoulder swaying movement. Pay attention to them, but also pay attention to Dino. I like everything about this, okay? Alright, alright. Damn, damn. And so, with the first part of the chorus, before the housing section, when we get to Woozy's section later, there's a mixture of things that I want to talk about. Like a balance of things. So, there's my king right there, y'all already know. But, what I want to talk about within the first half of the chorus is... we get here, right? So we're gonna get this, like, oh, they feeling themselves type shit. Like, this is actually a perfect frame. We could honestly watch any member and you could be like, oh yeah, they really like this. Like, we got Mingyu smirking over here. We got Vernon with his tank top. He got that nonchalant facial expression. You got S groups like, oh, you know he like this shit, you know what I mean? Because he can show off his arms and shit. And then, dude, it's crazy because I never really see June wearing like a hat, right? So you could tell, like, oh, like, dude, like, oh my god, bro, what do you mean? I don't know who to look at. What I like about this chorus is that there's a balance of where they're going hard, relaxing at the same time. So when they get to the first part of the chorus, like, really this part right here, they're hitting with their bodies, they're popping with their bodies, right? And then you got the fast movement with the arms on when they're spelling thunder. And then they have like a bit of a freestyle moment where they're still all doing somewhat the same movement with those two kicks, but they're all posing differently. And so for this part, they do this fast part with the arms, and then they slow it down with the shoulder part. And this gives us contrast and balance with like the energy that they give us. You don't want like a bunch of energy all the time. You always want to just have some sort of switch ups within the choreography to make sure that you're keeping your audience engaged, all that type shit. Yo, and then Vernon, yo, chill. He was feeling himself there. Look, damn. But it's funny because he's only, why is he the only one wearing green shoes though? And now we got the housing section for Woozy's part, right? He's so sick. He's so sick. I'm gonna talk about it, don't worry. This part is a moment. This is very important to the entirety of the dance practice, alright? Woo! Alright, so we're gonna go back to Woozy's part. I got y'all. So now we're gonna incorporate footwork, right? So we got the housing section, and they're loose with it. And that's the whole point of this persona. So that's why I like that he's wearing sunglasses and like a backwards cap, and he's not really putting a bunch of, along with the other members, he's not really putting a bunch of energy into this part right here. You can tell that he's loose with it based on how he's moving his head, his neck, and he's doing these hand movements to almost like not really focus on the footwork, because that's supposed to be natural for everyone. The whole point is selling the persona of the choreo, the character of the song. That's the whole point. And it's not, the main focus isn't about getting or making sure that everyone has the choreography down. That's bare, that like literally they already know how to do all of that. The whole point is to go past that and be intentional with the movement and be intentional with the character. And this is why I really like this section. And well, you know, he's my bias, but he's like the hand movement with this, bro. Like, chill with the tongue. And so now they're gonna get a little bit more aggressive before the moment with the whistle part. So the reason why I actually point this out, this aggressive movement, is to also contrast that chill part that they eventually do on that whistle part, right? They're gonna start attacking the movement here, right? Throwing in a little bit more energy, the thrusting, and then they slow it down with the whistling. DK, chill. Watch DK. Oh, yeah. Yo, relax. And a great reveal for Vernon's section right here. That's a highlight within the entirety of the performance and or dance practice, because they did all this movement right before to eventually just relax, chill, breathe, but give us that confidence in kind of like almost, I don't want to say sensual. I don't want to say sensual is the word for it, but rather just to really hook us in even more on that part, because now we can really hear the whistling of the song, the instrumental part of it, and now they're just grooving it out to the next formation. Love it. 17 in their party era, man. This is a cool seamless formation change here. What I really like about this entire section is the fact that Vernon is eventually revealed, right? And we get everyone catching on to whatever their parts are. What's cool here is that they're kind of like rocking to their formation. What I mean by that is just really like they're kind of partying, or I don't know how to explain it. They're essentially not walking to their formation, but rather doing this party-esque movement towards their formations, because like that's literally the character of the song. And so that's how they get into this formation right here when S-Coups is center. And that's also what's cool here is the fact that everyone else is going to do a little bit of accent choreo, so that way it doesn't take away from the choreo that's happening with these three members right here. Just a little bit. And this is cool, dude. I did not actually expect this slide at all. I didn't even know this happened in the birth stage. Like, I don't remember seeing it at all from watching it. But this was cool. This was a change up in energy from being chill earlier, right? Burst of energy from Dino with a knee slide, right? Let's fucking go. Freaking the 8, man. Now we got the chorus. You guys already know how I feel about the chorus. Nice condensed formation here as well. Damn, June. Let's go, y'all. There's such a good balance of what they need to do throughout the choreo. Ooh, June feeling himself. Dude, I feel like this era is like the era that everyone's getting bias wrecked. You know what I mean? Because they just introduced us to some different persona of them that I wasn't really expecting this comeback. Because I didn't know what this, you know, before obviously the album and everything, I didn't know what kind of feel that they were going to try to go for. And now, like, oh my god, I appreciate it so much. I suggest for you guys to just rewatch this dance practice on your own and watch every member separately. Because there's moments in the dance practice and even the other performances where it's like, oh man, this member feeling themselves. June for the last part, right? And then you Woozy for his part. Joshua for his... You see what I mean? You gotta rewatch it to really appreciate like the character that they're trying to present to us. And so that's why I've come to appreciate this song and dance, because damn, bruh, they gave me some confidence. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cover this again. I'm covering this again now that I have the dance practice to reference. But yes, amazing dance practice, amazing dance. Honestly, you guys know how I feel about 17. Please go rewatch this dance practice a bunch of times and just show them support type shit. You guys know my dance reviews, or just whenever I break down dances, I tend to talk a lot, but it is what it is. 17, much love, baby.